Okay, so you can't experience anything without having knowledge of that which you're experiencing. So your experience of any objects of the world, be it going in a river, walking, wearing shoes, eating some sort of food, looking at a certain person, having a conversation, any experience you think of, you cannot have that experience without the knowledge, the information, the language, the words to create that experience. Without all of that information, there's only pure experience. And what I mean by pure experience is that the experience and the experiencer, you, the sense of you, are one and the same. They're not separate. There's only pure experience in which experiencer and experience are one and the same. So think about the baby's experience of the world. The baby doesn't experience itself as something separate from the world. The baby experiences itself as the world. And there's no recognition of, I am this person experiencing so-and-so, because there's no words or language to create that experience. So the experience that you are having of this world only exists in your mind as a product of information and language and knowledge that you were given, that was passed down to you from generation to generation, from all of humanity, from the collective mind of humanity. What this means is that this whole idea in the spiritual space that you need to kill the ego or get rid of the ego is also a mental fabrication. It's a creation of that knowledge. Even the idea that there is an ego is an experience you can only have because you were fed the information that there is an ego, that there is a mind, that there is a person here. So in other words, the person has been created out of the knowledge about the person, and you don't actually know who or what you actually are. And I would say what? You don't know what you actually are and what this actually is, because the only way you can experience what this is through the knowledge you were given. So the question is, how then do we experience, how then do we come to a place of pure experience, which is beyond the knowledge we were fed about the world? How do we actually experience what this is without the filtering which blocks, which creates a sort of perception which is entrained upon us by all that we've learned? And all that we learn creates the experiences, and then we learn from those experiences. So then even this idea of, wisdom comes from experience, it's like this so-called wisdom that comes from experience is still based upon knowledge, because those experiences that we had were based upon the knowledge. So how do we have a pure experience? How do we actually touch life as it is without the filtering? Again, I ask this question again. It's not something that can be forced. It's not something you can think your way into. And think about this. All the actions that you take essentially are so-called conscious actions, are led by thought. So you're thinking that by doing something, by taking some action, it is going to get you closer to that pure experience. And, this is another synonym for what we refer to as enlightenment. So pure experience, enlightenment, one and the same. Taking these actions informed by mind to arrive in this so-called enlightenment. And the truth of the matter is, any sort of action you take, informed by mind, is a movement away from that life. Because that life is what is always here. It's what is already. So any sort of movement of mind or action to arrive in a place of pure experience or enlightenment is a movement away from what you naturally are. So when I refer to the natural way of things, the natural state, pure authenticity, real authenticity, can never be forced. It's not something you can try to do. It's not something you can rehearse. It's just what you already are prior to all the programming, prior to all the knowledge. So really, it's the best thing you can do is to drop and release all the knowledge that you fed yourself, every idea, every belief you are holding about how to get to this enlightenment, how to get to this pure experience, how to get to this natural state of beingness. You drop all the knowledge that you have around it. And not only that, but all the knowledge, not even just around that, all the knowledge, all the words, all the labels. It's like a complete letting go and purification. But even that makes it sound like there's something that you need to go do. You need to purify, clarify it. But then I ask the question of, where is this so-called mind that you need to clarify or purify? What is this mind, and what do you actually know about it? And what do you actually know about it besides what you've been told about it? So it seems like the whole construct is this fabrication, and the whole search or spiritual journey to overcome it is thus also a fabrication. So your natural state is readily available, and the way to be in that natural state is to be it without trying. Yeah, we'll leave it at that for now. Thanks for listening. Well, I walk home from a river dip. I love you guys.